Hello my schoolers, this is my school channel where we are tackling the JAMB 2017 past question for mathematics. In this particular clip, we'll be solving questions 25 to 36. So right now we are tackling question 25. Find the number of ways that the letters of the word excellence can be arranged. Okay, so this is concerning the topic permutation and combination, but this is particularly permutation. Okay, so now first let's count the letters of the word excellence. Okay, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, so we have 10 letters. That is why we are going to have 10 factorial. Okay, that's on top. Then we have some letters that are repeated. Okay, for instance, letter E is repeated. We have letter C is repeated, and letter L is also repeated. Okay, so how many times can we find letter E repeated? We have 1, 2, 3, 4. So that makes letter E have 4 factorial. Okay, so that means we have 10 factorial over 4 factorial. Okay, we have letter C also repeated. How many times? Let's find out together. We have 1 and 2. So that makes 2 factorial. So right now we are going to have 10 factorial over 4 factorial, 2 factorial. Okay, so we have letter L also repeated. How many times? 1 and 2. So that also makes 2 factorial. So the way this word, the letters of the word excellence can be arranged will give us 10 factorial over 4 factorial, that is for letter E, 2 factorial for letter C, and 2 factorial for letter L. Okay, so from what we've just given out now, which of the options carry that particular content? That is option C, 10 factorial over 4 factorial, 2 factorial, 2 factorial. Question 26. Evaluate 0.0000231 over 0.007. Okay, and leave the answer in standard form. Okay, so the first thing we did is to replicate the question on our whiteboard. Okay, so this is numerator, denominator. Okay, so for the numerator, we would have just count the numbers we have after the decimal point. This is the decimal point here. So let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so that implies 231 times 10 raised to power minus 8. Okay, over the denominator. How many numbers after the decimal point? 1, 2, 3. Okay, that will be 7 times 10 raised to power minus 3. Okay, so we would have, we have the base of 10. Okay, so that will be times 10 raised to power minus 8. This is all over, it means divide. Okay, and divide implies minus for standard form. So we have minus into brackets minus 3. Okay, so let's do simple division here. 7 here 1, 7 in 23, it goes 3 times, remaining 2. 7 in 21 goes 3 times without a remainder. So we'd have 33 times 10 raised to power minus 8 minus 3. Okay, so we'd have 33 times 10 raised to power minus 8. Minus times minus, that is plus. So we have plus 3. Okay, so that implies we have 33 times 10 raised to power minus 8 plus 3, that gives you minus 5. Okay, because of the options we are provided with, we have it as 3.3, not 33. So if we are bringing this to 3.3, that implies we are going to have 3.3 times 10 raised to power minus 4. Okay, so any one of these answers we can find, they are very correct. So let's count for raised to power minus 5 or minus 4 as 3.3. Okay, so join me as we look through these options together and we validate option A as being correct. Question 27. If a rod 10 centimeters in length was measured as 10.5 centimeter. Okay, calculate the percentage error. Okay, so at first we just have to find the error there, okay, which is 10.5 was the measured length. The original length is 10.0 or just 10. Okay, so if we do our normal subtraction, we have 5 minus 0, we have 5, we have points, we have 0, 0. Okay, so basically we have 0.5. Okay, so the error there is 0.5. So to find percentage error, okay, that will be error in measurement, which is 0.5 over, okay, the original length, which is 10, times 100%. Okay, so 0 cancels 0. So 10 times 0.5, that gives us 5. So the percentage error is 5, or you can have it as 5%. So join me as we go back to our screen and confirm which of these options carry our answers. So option A is correct. Please remember that the Myschool website and the Myschool team has provided you with the best simulated JAMB CBT practice exam, okay, that you can ever have. This will enable you to prepare better for your coming exams. All you have to do is just to click on the link in the description below. It takes you to the Myschool website, where there are enough information to guide you on how you can get any of these tools. Either you purchase the Myschool mobile app or the Myschool software. So join me as we tackle question 28. Find the principal which amounts to 5,500 at a simple interest in 5 years at 2% per annum. Okay, so you recall the formula for simple interest: I equals to P times R times T, okay, over 100, which is for the rates. Okay, so we have simple interest I equals the principal, which we are still asked to find, okay, times the rates, we know the rates, times 2, we have 2% there, and for 5 years, in 5 years, okay, over 100. Okay, so we have 2-year 1, 2-year 50, okay, 5-year 1, 5-year 10. So we have interest, simple interest, as P over 10. And recall that amount A equals, okay, principal plus interest. Okay, so the amount we are given here is 5,500. The question states that find the principal which amounts to 5,500. So we can move to the upper side of the board so that we can have enough space for the practical steps. So we have the amount is given as 5,500, okay, equals the principal we are looking for, plus the simple interest that we have gotten as P over 10. So if we find LCM here, okay, that is 10 times P, we have 10P plus 10 in 10, that is 1 times P, that gives us P, still equals 5,500. Don't worry, I skipped the comma, we don't need it, okay? So if we go ahead with this, we have 5,500, okay, equals to 10P plus P, that gives you 11P over 10. So when we cross multiply, we would have 5,500 times 10 equals 11P. So dividing both sides by 11, so 11 year 1, 11 in 55, that gives you 5. We have the 2 zeros, or 11 in 5,500, that gives you 500. So 500 times 10, that gives you 5,000. So the principal we are asked to look for is 5,000. Okay, so join me as we go back to our screen and see which of these options carry what we are looking for. That is option B, 5,000 naira. So do not forget to hit on the like button, click on the subscribe button and tap on bell notifications so you can get updated as soon as the next videos are uploaded. Question number 29. Okay, the pie chart, this is a pie chart, shows the allocation of money to each sector in a farm. Okay, so the total amount allocated to the farm is 80,000 naira. Find the amount allocated to fertilizer. Okay, so before we move, just join me as we confirm this. Okay, look at the angle for mechanization. We have 40 degrees, okay, of the total package. This is 50 degrees, this is 80, 70, 30. Then for fertilizer is unknown, but we can find out together. Okay, so all of these pie charts should amount to 360 degrees. Okay, so let's add up. We have 40 plus 50, that is 90, plus 80, that is 170, plus 70, that gives you 240, plus 30, that gives you 270. So whatever is left here should be the angle for the fertilizer. So already 270 has been covered out of 360. So when you subtract 270 from 360, what you have left is 90 degrees. So for the fertilizer, we have 90 degrees. So with this, we can calculate the amount allocated for fertilizer out of the 80,000 naira. So the formula is just very easy. The angle for the fertilizer, which is 90 degrees over 360 times the total amount allocated, which is 80,000 naira. Okay, so we'd have 0 strikes out 0. Okay, 9 year 1, 9 year 4, 4 year 1, 4 in 80,000, that gives you 20,000. So for fertilizer, we can tell confidently that the amount allocated is 20,000 naira. So join me, let's scroll back to our screen and see which of them carries our option. Okay, so we have option D is correct for 20,000 naira. Question 30. In how many ways can the word mathematics be arranged? Okay, so that's very easy, permutation. So at first, let's have a count of the letters we have there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So that means at the numerator, I can relate that, okay? We have 11 factorial at the top. So there are some letters that may be repeated. So let's find them out and count as well. So we have the letter M repeated how many times? 1, 2. So we'd have 11 factorial over 2 factorial for M. Which other letter is repeated? I see letter A, which is 1 and 2. So that gives you 2 factorial again. So that means we have 11 factorial over 2 factorial for M, 2 factorial for A. Then again, we have letter T is repeated how many times? 1 and 2. Okay, so that makes 2 factorial for T. So basically we have 11 factorial over 2 factorial over 2 factorial over 2 factorial. The first 2 factorial is for letter M, the next 2 factorial is for letter A, and the last 2 factorial is for letter T. So that makes option C very correct. 11 factorial over 2 factorial, 2 factorial, 2 factorial. Question number 31. In how many ways can the word Massita be arranged? Okay, so at first, let's have a count of the letters we have in that word. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that means at the numerator, we have 8 factorial over whatever repetition of letters we are going to have. So which letter is repeated? We can find letter A repeated how many times? 1, 2. That makes 2 factorial for letter A. Okay, so which other letter? We have letter C. 1, 2. 2 factorial for letter C. Okay, we have letter I. 1, 2. Okay, that's 2 factorial for letter I. So in summary, we would have 8 factorial, that is the total number of letters we have, over the repeated letters. So we have 2 factorial for letter A, 2 factorial for letter C, and 2 factorial for letter I. So which of these options carry our answer? Option C. Remember that we have enough solution providers on the Myschool website waiting to help you out. So I strongly believe that this motivates you to ask your questions right now and get the solutions or the answers that you need to gain clarity. All you just have to do is to click on the link in the description below. It takes you to the Myschool website where the solution providers are waiting just for you. Okay, so now let's tackle question 32. Y is inversely proportional to x, and y is 6 when x is 7. Find the constant of the variation. Okay, so when we talk about variation, inverse variation, so the question says y is inversely, okay, proportional to x. All right, so that implies y equals k over x. All right, so we are asked to find constant k. So that will be yx equals k. When y from the question is 6 and x is 7, that will be 6 times 7 equals k. 6 times 7, that is 42. That means the constant k equals 42. So very well, join me as we go back to our screen and see which of these options carry our answer. Okay, so we see option B is super correct. Perhaps you have a better step or solution to any of the questions we have tackled so far. Please let us know. All you just have to do is to use the comment section below, indicate the question number and the solutions you would like to share. Question 33. Find the equation of the locus of a point P, X, Y such that PV equals PW, telling you about the equidistant concepts, okay, where V equals 1, 1 and W equals 3, 5. Okay, so let's first produce the formula for this question. Okay, so that will be the big square root of x minus x1 square plus y minus y1 square, okay, equals x minus x2, not x raised to power 2, x2 plus square it y minus y2 square. Okay, so let's just bring these things out. So we have at point P x and y. At point V we have 1 and 1. At point W we have 3, 5. Okay, these are the values that we are being provided with. Okay, so now let's just slot in these values and provide solution to this question. So we see that we'd have x, yeah, big square root of x minus, this is our x1, y1, x2, y2. Okay, so x1 is 1 all squared, okay, plus our y minus y1, which is still 1 squared, okay, equals the square root of x minus x2, which is 3 all squared, okay, plus y minus y2, which is 5 square. Okay, so to remove this square root, what do? We square both sides, so this is gone. So what we have left will just be x minus 1 raised to power 2 plus y minus 1 raised to power 2 equals x minus 3 raised to power 2 plus y minus 5 raised to power 2. So let's start expanding this bracket. So we have to move it up here. Okay, so we have x minus 1 square. All right, so x minus 1 square, if we expand it, what you will have is x squared, okay, minus 2x plus 1. Okay, or for clarity's sake, I can repeat the questions, the values for the questions, or the values in our solution. Okay, so we have x minus 1 square, okay, plus y minus 1 square equals x minus 3 square plus y minus 5 square. Okay, so if I expand these brackets, okay, what I will have is x minus 1, okay, plus y minus 1, y minus 1. Okay, then to the other side equals x minus 3, okay, plus y minus 5 and y minus 5. Okay, so when I expand this, x times x, we have x squared, okay, x times minus 1, we have minus x, minus 1 times x, we have minus x, minus 1 times minus 1, we have plus 1, okay? So we have this big plus for this. So y times y, we have y squared, y times minus 1, we have minus y, minus 1 times y, we have minus y, minus 1 times minus 1, we have plus 1, okay? All right, equals the other side, okay, which is x times x, we have x squared, x times minus 3, we have minus 3x, minus 3 times x, we have minus 3x, okay, minus 3 times minus 3, we have plus 9. Okay, then for the last brackets, all right, so we have y times y, we have y squared, y times minus 5, we have minus 5y, minus 5 times y, we have minus 5y, minus 5 times minus 5, we have plus 25. So we would have to open our bracket. So when we open the first bracket, we have minus x, that is minus 2x. So I would have x squared minus 2x plus 1 for this. Okay, then for this, I will have minus y, that gives you minus 2y. So I will have y squared minus 2y plus 1, okay, equals the lower side now. Minus 3x, that is minus 6x. So I would have x squared minus 6x plus 9, okay? Then the big plus again, minus 5y, that gives you minus 10y. So we have y squared minus 10y plus 25. Okay, so at this junction, I have to reproduce it here. So let's wipe the part of the board clean, this particular part. So remember that this process may seem a little bit complex, but through playing back of the video clip, you can get well familiarized with the steps and better understanding will come up. So just take your time, use your milestone to learn according to your pace and preference. Okay, so we'll have this. So we'll have x squared minus 2x, plus 1, okay, plus y squared minus 2y plus 1 equals x squared minus 6x, okay, plus 9, then we have big plus y squared, okay, minus 10y plus 25. So right now we can collect like terms. Okay, so we have x squared, and that's just all. So we would have x squared, remember this is positive, when it comes in it becomes negative, minus x squared, okay? So we have minus 2x, isn't it? Okay, so we have minus 2x, we have minus 6x. So when the minus comes in, it becomes plus, so that will be plus 6x. Okay, so let's go to y. We have plus y squared, which we have it here. We have plus y squared. When it comes inside, it becomes negative, isn't it? Then we have minus 2y, okay? Then we have minus 10y, crossing over, it becomes positive. plus 10y. Okay, so let's reduce this. We still have the numbers there that we have to touch, but let's just evaluate this first. X squared minus x squared, that is 0. Okay, y squared minus y squared, that is 0. So we have minus 2x plus 6x, that gives you plus 4x. Okay, minus 2y plus 10y, that gives you plus 8y. Okay, equals the numbers that we have left now. So we have plus 1. When it goes outside, it becomes negative, that is minus 1. We have plus 1. When it goes outside, it becomes negative, that is minus 1 again. Then we have plus 9. Then we have plus 25. Okay, so we have minus 1, that is minus 2, plus 9, that is 7, plus 25, that is 32. So we have 4x plus 8y equals 32. Okay, so we can leave it like this, or we can decide to break it down by dividing through by 4. So if we divide through by 4, this is 2, this is 8. So we can have x plus 2y equals 8, or you can just leave it in the original form that we had. So join me as we scan through our options and see which of them is super correct. X plus 2y equals 8. So you will confirm with me that option D is super correct. Question 34. Find, okay, this is sign for integration, x squared plus 3x minus 5 dx. Okay, so now let's just solve this very easy question. Okay, so we say it's easy always because that is just what it is. So we have x squared plus 3x minus 5. Okay, so remember in integration, over n plus 1. Okay, and whatever you integrate, we would have it as the end product of x plus k. K is the constant. So having these two things in mind, so we can see for this x, the end there is 2. Okay, so that would be x raised to power 2 plus 1 over the 2, which is still the n, plus 1, okay, plus 3x, this is raised to power 1 plus the 1, okay, over 1 plus 1. And when we differentiate, when we integrate this, rather, you would have x, okay? Then don't forget the constant k, okay? So very well, I just decided to include it from here, okay? So if you add up 2 plus 1, that is 3. So we have x raised to power 3 over 2 plus 1, 3. Okay, so plus 1 plus 1, that is 2. That is 3x raised to power 2 over 1 plus 1, 2, minus 5x plus k. Okay, so this is our answer. So join me as we go back to our screen and confirm our options. So we would have x cubed over 3 plus 3x squared over 2 minus 5x plus k. Okay, so we have s cubed over 3 plus 3x squared, okay, over 2 minus 5x plus k. Option C is very correct. Question number 35. In the diagram above, MN, okay, is a chord of a circle KMN, center O, okay, and radius 10 centimeter. If the angle MON is 140 degrees, that is O specifically 140 degrees, find to the nearest centimeter the length of the chord. So you will recall that the formula for the length of the chord equals 2r sine theta over 2. Okay, sine theta over 2. Okay, we are given theta, the angle there, as 140, and the radius is 10. So that is 2 times 10 sine 140 over 2. Okay, 2 here 1, 2 here 70. So we'll have 2 times 10, that is 20 times sine 70 degrees. Okay, sine 70 degrees will give us something around 0.9397. Okay, and when we multiply this together, we're having 18 points, some kind of big figures, and we can roughly approximate it to 19 centimeter. Okay, so the correct option is 19 centimeter. So let's go back to our screen and confirm which of the options carry our answers. So we'll see option B is super correct. Question 36. Okay, so factorize completely x squared plus 2xy plus y squared plus 3x plus 3y minus 18. Okay, this kind of question, there are different methods, okay, to solve it. Okay, but I'm just going to employ one particular method for us to use. So what I just do randomly for this setting, like I said, they have it has different approaches. Okay, so I'll just take one particular step or procedure to solve this. So I just pick one of the options. So let me just pick option A and see if it will get back to this on expansion. So we have option A, x plus y plus 6, close brackets, then open brackets again, x plus y minus 3. So let me try and expand option A together with you, and let's see if we're going to get this. Okay, all right, so let's expand together. X times x, we have x squared. X times plus y, we have plus xy. Okay, x times minus 3, we have minus 3x. Okay, y times x, we have plus xy. Y plus y times plus y, we have plus y squared. Plus y times minus 3, we have minus 3y. Okay, plus 6 times x, we have plus 6x. Plus 6 times y, we have plus 6y. Plus 6 times minus 3, we have minus 18. Okay, so what do? We collect like terms. All right, so we have x squared. We drop it down. There are no other terms like this. Okay, so we have plus xy plus xy plus xy, we have plus 2xy. Okay, then we have y squared. Okay, let's look for y. We have minus 3y plus 6y, that gives us plus 3y. All right, so let's go to x. We have minus 3x plus 6x, we have plus 3x. Which other terms? Okay, then we are left with minus 18. So let's see if what we have gotten tallies with what we have here. So we have x squared, 2xy, 2xy, plus y squared plus y squared, plus 3y plus 3y, plus 3x plus 3x, minus 18, minus 18. So option A is super correct. We can confirm that from our screen. Okay, so expanding option A will give us this. So when we factorize this, we'll get this as option A for emphasis sake. We believe you enjoyed this content and you would like us to bring you more. All you just have to do is to hit the like button, click on the subscribe button and tap on bell notifications so you can get updated as soon as we upload the next videos.